I think but all the things but independent living are very important that we put forward. But the most important, I think, highlight has to be personal assistance. If we haven't got assistance, we can do none.
A small bit of help can make such a huge amount of difference to a person with a disability. And I think it's ironic that one of our members, or one of your own members probably, Kenny Kilduff, contacted me today to apologise he couldn't get here because he hadn't a PA. I mean, in this day and age, it's unbelievable that, you know, resources are cut so fine that an individual can't actually do as he chooses.
Because Paddy assists me now, I can function much better than I could if I was on my own. If I didn't have Paddy here, I don't know what I'd do. I fall on my face basically.
But I mean, it's very simple things like, you know, any student can walk up to an academic department and ask questions about their course or whatever. I mean, I do a very simple thing, like I just bring Thomas to where he wants to go. And maybe then if I wasn't here, you know, there's no one to bring him from the office to there and back. And it might seem like a very simple thing, but if there's no PA, then Thomas is cut off from being able to access his learning.
There is no rise to a person assist service, home help services, and not personal assistance services. And HSC, they don't seem to understand this.
I work as a personal assistant in Ireland. Originally I'm from Bosnia. I'm also Don Bailey's PA. Well, in ideal circumstances, with the funding available, my job would include everything from assisting a person to get up from bed, with meals, with cooking, with cleaning, shopping, assistance on holidays, at work, everything in ideal circumstances. Like many things that we take for granted that we don't have to plan for. My boss has to plan for all that. One thing that is very hard for me, from my point of view, is me being a foreigner. I don't really have, I can't be flexible in my job because I'm limited with work permit, which means that Don would miss many meetings in other countries because he doesn't have enough notice, because I have to get a visa, tourist visa, and it's also, I'm limited with the return date, so if something unpredictable happens, that means I can't be flexible.
No, I think we have to move even forward to see equal opportunities for everyone, and we need to have the personal assistance going system all over Europe, and we need to get all the people who are in the institutions out from the institutions. So that's the way we have to go further on. We need more legislation for all these systems and across the borders in all of Europe.
A key moment for the Freedom Drive was the presentation of a petition to the President of the European Parliament. It is of crucial importance that these demands become European policy and legislation if they are to translate into the reality of people with disabilities' everyday lives.
The main message is that we want independent living services, of course, and we want personal assistance, which is not easy to get in most European countries. So that's our main thing, and we need that because we don't want institutions anymore. We want all institutions to be built down, and that's a long way to go because there are plenty of people imprisoned in institutions. And we also want you to dedicate some of your European Union money to disabled people in overseas projects, which we think are very important to showing solidarity. We hope that the new UN Convention can help us to develop independent living services all over the world. Here is our statement to you.
Thank you very much. We believe in the dignity of all human beings, in what situation they may be. Everybody has the same dignity. And you mentioned solidarity, and this is very important. And so I will look into the papers and discuss with my colleagues what action we should take.
How can we continue this dialogue? Not only 2 years in 2 years' time to come back and say what has happened, but how can we continue? I think it's a continuous dialogue we should have. What is your suggestion?
How can we do?
No, I think you share a working group, don't you?
Yes. We have an intergroup.
An intergroup dealing with the question, and I think there must be a dialogue in the working group. How to proceed. I am not an expert on that, but I'm willing to accept good proposals.
Herr President, you must give some priority to the work of the intergroup, right? And you must challenge your intergroup. You must challenge your intergroup to be even more active and more far-seeing, right? Because we have to give leadership to many member countries of Europe, right? Because sometimes a stick is not enough. We must show people the way, and that's what we try to do in our movement. We try to show the way of independent living to countries, particularly the new accession countries. And we need the support, but we need you to support the intergroup and to prioritize their recommendations and their work and so forth.
Thank you so much.
I think changes are getting very slowly everywhere. It depends mainly on the people's culture, people's attitude, the different traditions in different countries, and especially in Bulgaria, changes are big. This is a big challenge for all of us because we are fighting for personal assistance so many years, and we still don't have a right to make a choice by ourselves. That's why we are here, and we hope that this petition that we gave it to Mr. President of the European Union Parliament today, it will be forced more our politicians to make a real policy for us, for people with disabilities who really wanted to live independently.
This song's for the right to choose where we live. Oh, 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 oh. This song's for the right to choose how we live. Oh, 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 oh. Tear down the wall. Tear down the walls of the living home. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Take off your white coat. Strip yourself bound. Can't you see that justice coming at you now? It's coming down the road.
Human rights.
It's coming down the street. It's coming for your kids. They're gonna hate you if you don't like now. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. This song's for the right to choose your partner in sex. Oh, 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 oh. This song's for the right to decide what you're gonna do next. Oh, 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 oh. Tear down the walls. Tear down the walls of the nursing home. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. This song's for all the people who fought and died against the beast. Oh, 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 oh. This song's for the strength and pride that will increase. Oh, 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 oh. Tear down the wall. Tear down the walls of the nursing home. Oh, 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 oh. Stop talking compromise. There's a war going on. Stop acting so surprised. You know what you've done. Stop feeling guilty. You gotta act upon what you know is justice. What you know is right. If you really agree with us, how do you sleep at night? Tear down the wall. For abuse and damage. Tear down the wall. For the drugs and cabbage. Tear down